Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. And this is a little bit different for me. We're in a little bit of a different setup. Today I'm going to show you my makeup collection / do a makeup inventory. So we're basically going to count how many products I have in each category, which I think will be interesting. I just want to make purchases that make sense. So for example, if I have 20 blushes, then I don't need to buy more blushes because I have enough blushes. But for example, I only have 2 concealers, then if in my next purchase I can make a little bit more of a thoughtful purchase, if that makes any sense. And also it just seemed like a really nice video to do. So that is what we're going to do. This is the second to last time that you will see my face probably in this video. So I have all of my makeup in front of me. It might surprise you that it's not a whole lot of makeup. It's enough makeup, that's for sure. Let's start the video. I don't know what to say. And I like to keep my collection condensed, as you can obviously see. I don't like to buy too much, but throughout the years I have accumulated enough makeup, as you can see. So here we have all of my makeup. This is not including my eyeshadow palettes and my individuals. Those, we're gonna get those later. I also forgot, please subscribe to be a part of the bilingual family, which is mostly just me trying to attempt to speak English. Before I start, I also want to address this basket right here. I'm gonna do this for a second. So this basket right here is our products that are not cruelty-free or that I'm not sure of. Mainly my MAC products, this Kevin Aucoin Liquid Illuminator, and also nude sticks, because I've heard some confusing thoughts about nude sticks, whether or not they are cruelty-free. So I will have to keep my eye on that. And also my Kimchi Chic concealer, because I also don't know if those are cruelty-free. Also my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base is in these quartets. So I'm gonna start with this basket right here. In this basket I have my primers, even though I don't have a lot of them. I have foundations, concealers, powders. Here we have primers, these are powders, these are my concealers, and these are my foundations. So obviously I have a lot more foundations that I would like. Let's just start with primers, shall we? I have 3 primers. I have the Honest Beauty Matte Primer, which is this one right here, Honest Beauty Matte Primer. I have the Stay Glowy Super Gel, which is this product right here. And I have, of course, my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Look at these. Look at these. Take it in how empty it is. Here is some product. Thank you very much. I only have 3 primers because I'm not the biggest fan of primers. I feel like most of the time they don't work. And when I do invest in a primer, it's usually one that is glowy, like this one from Say, or one that is more hydrating, or like more of a moisturizer, or something that will blur the pores. And this one I actually got in a Cult Beauty free goodie bag. So this isn't necessarily something that I spent my money on. 3 primers is fine. It's also, I have 3 right now, and I think my goal for primers is 3. I don't want more than 3 primers. My Bobbi Brown one is nearly empty, so then I will be left with 2. But my ultimate goal with primer is 3. I'm just gonna quickly explain why I actually really like this matte primer. Is because it basically, when you're using something that is hydrating or it's glowy, and especially the pores next to your nose, so your cheek pores, they can be emphasized a lot by the hydrated base that you put on. Because I don't necessarily like that emphasis, I put something that is a little bit more matte or a little bit more pore filling into them, and that way you get a little bit of a balance again. So 3 primers I have, 3 primers is my goal, so I'm happy with that. Let's do foundation next. So these are all of my foundations. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 foundations, and for me personally, that's a little bit too much, especially since I don't necessarily like foundation all that much. There are a few of these that I really don't like, and then others that I really do like. So we have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh one, the Essence Fresh and Fit one, the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream, the Essence Pretty Natural Foundation, the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation, the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop, the Nabla Close Up Futuristic Foundation, the Nabla Skin Realist Tinted Balm, and the Catrice True Skin Foundation. I think the ones that I would like to see gone from my collection soon, by far the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation. This is a foundation that I absolutely don't like. And then I also would like to empty the Nabla Close Up Futuristic Foundation, because I've had this foundation in my collection for such a long time. It's probably expired by like a long shot. Also, this Essence Fresh and Fit Foundation. This is actually a foundation that I really like, but it's almost empty. So I feel like this is a foundation that I want to focus on a little bit more. You know, empty it and then it's gone. As well as the Essence Pretty Natural Foundation. This is actually a foundation that I really like. But as you can see, I've used it quite a bit. So I think by using it a little bit more, I will empty this sooner than later. And then obviously I'm working on my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. So I'm hoping to empty this soon as well. 6 foundations I think is my ultimate goal, because then I have a few different textures, a few different foundations in terms of pigmentation and coverage and stuff like that. What I would like to do is I would like to get rid of these 5 by emptying them, and then I have 4 left, and then I can build the collection towards 6. Then we have concealers. I have 3 concealers right now, as you can see. I have the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Concealer, I think, the Kimchi Chic The Most Concealer, and I repurchased my Kosas Revealer Concealer. I am a big fan of concealer. I use them all the time, almost every single day, more than I actually do foundation. Sometimes I don't even wear foundation and I just wear concealer all over my face. So I go through concealer really quickly. So the fact that I only have 3 concealers right now kind of concerns me, because I know that I will go through this so quickly. Also, the Kimchi Chic one, I don't know if this is cruelty free, just so you know. Like, my ultimate goal for concealers is also like 6. I think 6 concealers is a good amount for my collection and my hobby and my obsession. Finally, we have powders, and I only have 2 powders. I have my Kosas Cloud Set Powder, and I have the Essence, what is this called again? All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I am very specific when it comes to powders. I have dry skin, and a lot of powders don't work for me. These 2 are the 2 that work for my skin, and I feel like 2 is nice. I think my ultimate goal would be 3 to kind of switch it up sometimes, and these 2 are the ones that I like the most. So those are the first basics of the base makeup. So we have foundation, concealer, and powder. So now I'm gonna move on to a slightly more filled basket: bronzer, blush, and highlight. And as you can see, I have a whole lot of work with this. Here we have everything. So here we have highlighters, here we have blushes, and here we have bronzers. I think we're gonna start with the easiest category, which is highlighter, because I hate highlighter. So let's go. I'm gonna shovel this to the side. I'm not a big fan of highlighter at all. This is obviously for me way too much highlighters. I'm quickly going to lay them out for you, and then we're going to count how many I have. I have 17 highlighters, guys. 17. That's enough to last me like 3 lifetimes. That is just absolutely too much. I have 6 cream or liquid highlighters, and I have 11 powder highlighters. Talking about the powder highlighters, this has to change because I absolutely detest highlighter, and it's something that I want to bring down so badly. I think I only want to have, like, my ultimate goal with powder highlighters is like 3. I don't want more than 3 highlighters that are powder because I am absolutely disgusted by them. I actually don't like them at all. You know, a bar of metallicness on your face was all the rage. So the ones that I would like to keep are my Fenty one. Is the one that I'm also penning right now, as you can see here. I would like to keep this one because it's one that I actually quite like on my skin. Yeah, so the Fenty one because it's almost like, it looks like a cream highlighter on your skin. And then I would also like to keep my Nabla Skin Glazing because this is my absolute favorite powder highlighter of all time. I think it is so stunning, and this is definitely one that I want to keep. It almost looks like a glossy sheen on your skin, and I don't know how they were able to achieve this with like a powder highlight. Like, look at that, it doesn't emphasize texture, it doesn't do any of that. So I would like to keep this one as well. I think the third one that I would like to keep is the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish, this one right here, and this is the shade Double Gleam. This is completely broken, I don't know if you can tell, but I love this one so much. It's obviously not cruelty free, but it was a gift from my best friend, so I absolutely love the formula of this as well, and I do want to keep this one even though I'm not going to use it on camera. Maybe in a future declutter I will probably declutter these as much as I can and give them to friends and family. I would like to go through 3, and then I would like to get rid of this completely. So we have the Soda hashtag Time to Glow Glowy Skin Finisher. This is something that is new and that I have yet to try, but I am actually not the biggest fan of this. My ABH Liquid Glow in Perla. This was nice, but yeah, not the biggest fan anymore. Vive Skin Dew, beautiful. I absolutely love this. Then we also have the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Elevated Glow one. This is also beautiful and quite new to my collection. Love that one. And then we have the Essence Glow Glow Go Instant Highlighter. This is also such a great one. I love that. And then we have a limited edition, and this breaks my heart. This is the Nabla Glowy Skin Stick in Beige Mirage. With these, I think when it comes to cream highlighter, because there is so much product in each of these like tubes. So yeah, my ultimate goal with liquid highlighters is 5, and in the next couple of weeks or months even, I would like to finish up these 2. So that is everything for the highlighters. So these are all of my bronzers. Bronzer is something that I pen quite quickly. I have penned this one, I have penned this one, I have penned these 2. So yeah, bronzer is something that I use quite frequently and that I absolutely love. So I don't mind having a lot of them because, like I said, I pen them quite frequently. I also used to have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and that was also one that I did pen. So you know, bronzer, it's a love of mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 bronzers. 4 of them are like a cream or a liquid, and then the other ones are powder bronzer. So we have the Fenty one, like I said, penned. I have my Kosas one, penned. I have my Nabla one, Progress of Penning. It's in my project pen. I have the Essence Unclub Matte Bronzing Powder, penned. I have the new Vive Modern Bronzer, beautiful. I have this Kiko Milano Holiday Gems Matte Bronzing Powder. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer, to pen. I have the Makeup Revolution Bronzer Reloaded. I love that one. I have the Essence Hello Good Stuff Matte and Glow bronzer. For the creams, I have the Patrick Ta bronzer. You can already see a little bit of a dent in this one. Wait, can I show it? I don't know. But anyway, there's like a little bit of a dent in this one already. I have the Iconic London Sheer Bronze. I have the Danessa Myricks Balm Contour. And I have the Fenty Beauty cream bronzer. I have 13 bronzers and I think my ultimate goal would be like 10. Basically get the mix of bronzers that I want, the different type of finishes, the different type of textures and colors that I would like. I think this is like a good mix of everything, but there are definitely a few bronzers in here that I don't necessarily like as much as others. I'm gonna separate these into creams and powders, and I think it might actually surprise you because I don't have that many powder blushes. I have 18 blushes in total, and of those 15 are cream. So something has to change. Even though I don't think this is a bad number of blushes, especially for what I do feel like there are some of these that I would rather not have, if that makes any sense. So those are two. Oops. Packaging always breaks with an Essence product, don't forget about that. So these are two blushes that I would like donate to friends and family that might like them better. Like I said, I really like the formula, but the colors are not necessarily for me. And then same thing, this one is my favorite powder blush. This is the Nabla Skin Glazing blush. I love this one. So that is one that would stay. And then in the cream category, I feel like this is obviously a lot of blush. Here there are also some shades that, oh, this is also a powder, forgive me. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in Always Peachy. It's nice, but it's not a color that is very acceptable. I think it looks a little bit blown out, but it's like a very orangey peach, like a very unnatural peach. In that way. I think the number of blushes that I would like to have is like 15, of which like maybe one powder blush, which is this one right here, and all of the others cream. So I think I would like to get rid of like a few blushes in the next couple of years. So right now I have 18, my ultimate goal is 15, and there are a few of these that I would like to pen or empty in the near future. Mainly this one because it's part of my project pen. So those were the base products. So this is everything. So I think we did quite a good job at counting. I'm not the best at math, but that happened. So now I'm actually going to move on to the eye products, which is a little bit trickier because we're going to start with the eyeshadow palettes. So first of all, before we move on to the eyeshadow palettes, these are two of my like unique baskets that I have for the eyes. So in this one I have basically like liners and stuff like that. Okay, so I have a few like just crayon liners, cream gel liners from Colourpop, and this one is from Essence, this like dark burgundy one. I have 6 of these like crayons, and that is something, this is a good mix. This is usually what I use, and I think I would like to keep it at 6. Like my ultimate goal is 6. So I think I'm happy with that. One liquid liner, and it's this one from Essence. It's the liquid ink liner. It's a really good one, very cheap for the price as well, and I actually really like this one. So I think my liquid liners is something that I don't do often, so I like to keep my goal at maybe 2, but definitely not more than 2. Then we have some neon liners. These are from Stargazer products. These are fine, but it's not something that I think I want to keep in my collection because I have my Duraline right now, and that one is just absolutely amazing. So yeah, this is something that I have 6 of them, but I think in the future I would like to have 0. And then we have an eye base from Makeup Revolution. To be honest, I only use concealer on my eyes. I haven't used this in a really long time. But eye bases is something that I think max 1, because there's obviously a lot in it. So yeah, 1 is fine by me. It's my ultimate goal. And then we also have a cream shadow stick. This is from e.l.f. Cream shadow sticks, I don't know, it's not something that I gravitate towards, so I think I would like to keep that number at maybe like a goal of 3, but definitely not more than that. And then in here we have a few of my individual eyeshadow toppers. So these are my liquid eyeshadow toppers. We have some from Kimchi right here, the e.l.f. one from Soda Makeup, and then also one from Cold Beauty Beauty Bay, and then also one from Catrice. These are actually toppers, like liquid toppers. I like all of them, but I do find that 7 of them is maybe a little bit much, because obviously I don't use these every single day, and I think I would like to narrow this down to 4 ultimately. They run out pretty quickly and then you end up not using them and stuff like that, so yeah, a maximum of 4. Then we have some eyeshadow toppers slash what I would call like individual Super Shock shadows. So I have 7 Super Shock shadows, and then I have 2 individual eyeshadows from Essence. So I'm actually gonna keep these for later. So talking about eyeshadow toppers, so these are some eyeshadows from Colourpop. Eyeshadow toppers, like Colourpop Super Shock shadows, it's something that I like to keep condensed. I don't like to use too much of these. And I think I would like to end up with like maybe 4 of them, because they dry out so quickly. So I rather have a small amount of Colourpop Super Shock shadows than a large amount, because they dry out so quickly and then I can actually use them quite regularly. This is also like a loose pigment. I only need 1 loose pigment. That is my ultimate goal. I don't want more than 1 loose pigment, because they last you forever. Okay, and then it's time to get the eyeshadow palettes. These are all of my eyeshadow palettes. We're gonna build a tower. This palette is individuals, and this palette is also individuals. So I have 29 eyeshadow palettes, which for some people might not be a lot, but this for me is too much. I think I would like a maximum to begin with of 20. Because obviously we have 29 palettes, and getting rid of palettes is hard as it is. I think some of these in a future declutter will go to family or friends, because it's too much, man. It's too much. It's 29 eyeshadow palettes. I don't have a lot of individuals, as you can see, but there's definitely room to have less. So this is also something that I would like to go you know, decrease a little bit. But I have to say, looking at these right now, they are definitely shades that I find very unique in my collection, so I think I will leave it as it is right now. So I have 44 individual singles, which is something that I would like to bring down to maybe 20 in a very far future, but for now I do like it as it is. Then it's time for the final part of the eyes, so brows and mascara. So I don't have a lot of brow and mascara products, mainly because I like to use the ones that I have and then finish them up. So I have 2 mascaras from Essence. I have the Lash Princess one, which is this one right here, and this is the Pink and Proud one, and then I have the Essence What the Fake. 2 mascaras is nice. I think I would like to ultimately always have 3 or less, but 2 is fine as well. Oh yeah, and I have this little sample of the ABH Lash Brag mascara, so I have 3 mascaras, which is like my ultimate goal, because I like to keep that collection quite simple. And then we have 2 brow products, which is completely fine by me. I have a brow gel from Catrice, and I have my NYX brow tint pen. This is all of that I need to have basically for my brows. I also have like a spoolie right here. This one is empty. It was a brow pencil, but it's empty. Brow products, I would say a maximum of 4, and then mascaras a maximum of 3. There we go. I'm gonna separate them into lip glosses, lipsticks, and anything else. Lip liners, yeah. So starting with the lip pencils. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think in the end, for lip liners, I would like to have a maximum of 4, like a nude lip liner, a really brown lip liner, a berry one, and a red one. I have 15 lipsticks. I would like to narrow that down to 10, like my ultimate goal would be 10, so I can have some variety in the lipsticks that I have, but I don't feel overwhelmed by the ones that I have. There are definitely a few lipsticks in here that I would like to completely empty up. These two are in my project pan, the Colourpop What's Your Sign and the ABH Kiss one. So yeah, with lipsticks I have 15 right now. I would like to have 10. And then lip glosses, oh my gosh, I have too many lip glosses. Obviously I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 lip glosses. Again, I would like to narrow that down to a maximum of 10 or less. I don't want more lip glosses. It takes so long to go through this, and it's just, it's such a waste of money and such a waste of products if it eventually expires. Okay, so we got there in the end. My back absolutely hurts right now from sitting on the floor and being punched over like this. But we got there in the end, and you might have noticed that I don't have any setting sprays, and that is because I don't like setting sprays. So yeah, there's a maximum of 0 on those. But basically that was my makeup inventory. Thank you for doing some mathematics with me. Thank you for counting with me. I've never been really great at that. You know, this has definitely, like, the counting of my collection. I always know that I have quite a bit of makeup, but the counting has made me realize that I have to put a little bit more emphasis and a little bit more of a conscious thought when purchasing certain products. Like, I don't need more blushes, I don't need more bronzers. I do want to focus a little bit more on maybe the skincare aspect of my base. I think I will probably do like another makeup inventory in maybe like 6 months time, because I feel like that's enough time for certain products to change or to empty. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Please leave a like or a comment down below and let me know what you want to see next, and I will see you next time. Bye!